Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be having a shallow dive in an area that is really underserved in the anti-MLM community, which is talking about smaller MLMs that are just out there flying under the radar. And I think it's really important to bring awareness to these companies as well, because these are ones that people aren't going to know right off the bat. Oh yeah, that's an MLM, where they've probably heard Monat, itworks, those bigger names before. I think we need to shine the light on some of these smaller MLMs so that if you're thinking about joining, you can make a better educated decision and know a little bit more than maybe they're going to tell you when you're thinking about joining one of these companies. So today we're going to be talking about Herbal Alchemy and herbarie farms. So my understanding is that Herbal Alchemy is the MLM, and I can only assume that herbarie farms is where they get all the ingredients to make their products. Now, they do have a lot of claims that they make, which to me, as someone who's not really crunchy anymore, but a lot of that I still have like a basic, not qualified in anything, understanding of what is a bigger ticket bragging point when it comes to your products. So let's get right into it. So Herbarie Farms was founded in 2010 by a woman named Jamie Cross. This picture on her website is absolutely stunning. Love. And it's founded in Tennessee. According to the website, she's a board certified traditional naturopath. And I know some people who like to use naturopaths, and I think there is a place, there is a lot of talk about functional medicine pushing heavy on the eating organic, trying to find the root of the problem. Whereas sometimes when you go to the doctor, they more so mask it or treat the symptoms, and not the those are talking points of the people who are into this stuff. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do with your life. If I had it my way, I would do a happy split of both, if I'm being honest. But the insurance does not cover naturopaths. So the people who are going to this, they might have some money. Going through the website was an interesting one, and I am going to show you some of the language as we go along because I thought it was really interesting, and I want to know who wrote this out. Or did AI write this out like ChatGPT? Or it doesn't give ChatGPT, it's just some of the wording is like who chose this. One of the things I want to know is pure crafted techniques. Can we expand a little bit more about what that means? And I don't mean the fluff, which a lot of these websites and MLMs are just fluff, 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 and you're not actually finding information, but they are inundating you with words. So you feel like you're being told stuff, and you already have the twinkle in your eye about joining this company because your bestie joined. But I would really like it if this company, since this is one we're talking about right now, could be more specific and transparent and cut the fluff. I think it would be a really good practice for them to be more transparent about what these things mean, what you're getting. Like, I really think it would be better so that people can make better educated decisions. But in the anti-MLM community, we kind of know better that a lot of times when MLMs aren't getting specific, it's intentional. Because a lot of times, if you are super honest in MLM, whether it's the corporate staff, whether it's the company website, or whether it's the reps who are running amok, you need to be told the truth to make your decisions. And they're going to not really do that a lot of times. They are going to fill it with fluff, buzzwords, things that'll get you interested and emotionally tied. Here's something I thought was really funny is a quote from this part of the webpage where it says, products for discerning people like you. Now, in one of my, probably 2 videos before this, maybe, I talked about someone using their discernment for bad, aka in an MLM, and look, another MLM using discernment. I think MLMs are predatory, so using it for that reason, not cool in my book. I feel like that's a little pandery because I get the idea that the people they're trying to attract to be reps for this company are going to be your nicey nice. It seems to be, when I'm going through the tagged posts on their Instagram, it seems to be people who are ranging from like 30 to 40 years old, that kind of age range. And they're looking for those kind of people. Their first video has someone wearing a conspiracy realist shirt, an independent thinker who knows, conspiracies are real. I'm not sure what it says over there because I don't have it blown up, but you can get the idea of the people they are attracting with this business, and some people who probably are genuinely crunchy. Not everyone who gets into a crunchy MLM, and this is definitely a crunchy MLM, not everyone who gets into crunchy MLMs is crunchy. They just take on that identity when they join the MLM, but some people genuinely are, and then these MLMs come along and they're everything you need, everything you could want, just like your Lord and Savior. Also, if I seem a little feisty, I need to poop. I need to go. I just started taking a fiber supplement because apparently I do not get enough. And this is a laxative tea. We're having a good time over it, a poopy time. And this stuff works like a charm. And it tastes so good because it has licorice root in it. Also, can we talk about this? Can we talk about this really quick? Actually, the Catalina Crunch. I think you guys have seen me eat this before in here. I finally got my hands on the fruity syrup version. It's not the same as Fruit Loops, but it doesn't have sugar. It's got protein, 9 grams of fiber. Hello? Where do I sign? And it's better than all the other flavors I've tried. So that's super exciting. Let's get back to it. I'm going to put here on the screen the definition for alchemy. And one thing that I thought was funny is we have the definition on the screen, but I think that sometimes people use it because it is a word that is going to make you feel in the know about things that everyone else, the sheeple, are blind to. Do you get my drift? I hope without getting too specific in this video, you get what I'm picking up here. Another one of their bragging points, it's familiar now because we've been talking about olive tree people, Oliveda. Can someone explain what's going on with all the different names? Waterless skincare. I personally don't have a problem using water as the base. I don't see that as an issue at all for skincare. I don't think using oil is better. That's just a personal thing that my skin does not like that. And also it's too messy. It gets into my hair. I don't want to deal with that. It's just not a selling point for me personally. And I've seen several times in these companies, they will also put essential oils in there. So they won't have synthetic fragrance, but they still have essential oils. And for annoying, sensitive people like me, essential oils is typically going to be a no-go. Under their core strength section, they talk about having highest concentration of ingredients, and I think that you should use your discernment. You should also use your critical thinking skills to know that having the highest concentration of ingredients is not necessarily a good thing. That is an interesting thing to so boldly say. If you have all high concentrative ingredients with those active ingredients, whatever like the selling point is for that product, that ingredient, to me, that just says it's gonna fuck up my skin barrier. I'm gonna have not like pimples, I think, but it's definitely going to give me a rash. That's all I see when I see things like this. When I said they make bold claims on this website, I wasn't kidding. They also claim to have no traces of water or artificial chemicals, but I don't see any proof. And I looked on the website, and sometimes in these companies, they do have some sort of certification on their website to back up what they're saying. And sometimes, like we saw in Govee, the pills for your car video, that was a hoot and a half. Yeah, put pills in your car. That's a good idea. Yeah, and those reps will defend it with their life, and that's really sad. And their proof to like back up what they're saying about the car was using other studies and other, I think it was a Nobel Prize for an ingredient. It wasn't a Nobel Prize for their product. So a lot of what they're talking about doesn't have to do with their product. It has to do with other people's findings, discoveries, and their award for doing that. It was ridiculous to me. And with the way it came off to me, because of my experience and knowledge from the outside looking in at these companies, it seemed like they think that you're stupid if you're on their website and you're gonna, it's implied that they got the Nobel Prize. They didn't get a Nobel anything. So let's jot that down in our notes. Let's look out for things like that when that's some of the fluff and that's some of the stuff you might not. I know it might seem obvious if you're also on the outside. But when you are in certain predicaments in life, like financial ones, you might turn a blind eye to some things. This cracked me up because we've seen it in so many other shallow dives that I've done on these companies, but you see the word join so many times. In this one, you see it under the join tab. You see it 4 times when you're scrolling down the page. It's giving desperate. It's giving join me, please, 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 because you don't think people can find the button otherwise. This is how stupid they think you are or how desperate they are. Either way, it's not good. I think one would do at the top. People aren't dumb. Okay? Like they clearly know how to navigate technology. We have reps who've tagged themselves in these photos on Instagram who are clearly tech savvy. They're making reels. They found the join button now. You don't need it on there 4 times. So after being begged to join this company with all the join now buttons, we get this pop-up on the screen, which I thought was so interesting. You actually get 2 when you first go to the website. It's super annoying. Don't like that. And then you have like a chat thing and whatever at the bottom. It's too much. It's too much. I understand if I'm going to somebody's blog site and that's how they make their money, but you're an MLM. You don't need to pester me with all the pop-ups. Please calm down. And the join buttons, please relax. Is your situation that dire? Find another way, please. But I want you to pay special attention to where it says seize special benefits. Seize them. What? What aggressive verbiage. Why do you need that for MLM? You need to seize them now because they're gonna be gone. The deal's gonna end. You're gonna be okay. It always comes back around. Here's another claim they make. It's not one of their more egregious ones, but I think it was more silly and careless of a mistake to put this on here. The benefits are endless. The benefits are endless. Well, can you tell us some more other than the fluff and the obvious? Can you tell us some more of the benefit? Like what? A community of women that you only get to be a part of if you are also selling the product? Woohoo! And a lot of times in MLM, people lose those friendships anyway, so it's not really worth it. Like here for a short time. I don't want that. And I think as we get older, we want long-term friends, not these short little stints. Maybe that's just a personal bias of mine, though. This one, I literally snorted on my nose. Generous compensation plan that is sustainable. On what, when I, like, this website just had me, I didn't even expect to have, like, I thought it would be the usual website walkthrough. Please, maybe if they see this, maybe they can hear from someone on the outside what they like to see. But saying something like that is actually insane when you're using an MLM business model. That's actually insane to say that it's generous or sustainable if you're making a 20% commission. Generosity, where is she in the room? She's not in the room. She's never been in the room when MLM is in the room. She's not there because there's nothing generous about that. 20%? Wow. Now, the last part in this paragraph here where they're talking about not having to do parties or carry inventory, in 2024, I would hope not. I don't personally know any MLMs that make you have inventory to sell and like you're the one shipping it out, besides maybe LuLaRoe, which somehow survived. They're probably hanging on by a thread after LuLaRich, but you shouldn't have to worry about that in 2024. So I'm not sure why we're putting that in there, as if this company is doing us a fucking favor, especially for 20% commission. Something I think was a little bit laughable was saying that there are 9 ways to earn money in this company. I would like one way, and for it to be semi-reliable. That would be awesome, because it's not generous because there's 9 ways to get paid. It's not generous if you have 9 ways to make $3 a month. That is not good. Also, I could not find a income disclosure statement, so I would love to see that as well. Over here where we see a 72% reorder rate, I would love a breakdown of that. If it's a bragging point, let's break it down. Like, what are we bragging about? Is it because genuine customers who just order the products and don't sell, like didn't put their social security in to sign up? You know what I mean? And aren't selling just for the discount? Okay. Is that what the 72% is coming from? Or is that including distributors? Or is it inflated by distributors in that number as well? Because I would be a little sad if that's the distributors included as well. I would love clarification on that. And once again, here on the enrollment page, we have 4 opportunities to join now. So finally, when you make it through 3 different pages of fluff, you get to find out how much it's going to cost. So the starting up cost is $99, but you can buy a number of packs after that, I guess, for such a sweet deal. The most expensive pack that you can add on after the fact or while you're joining, I'm not quite sure about that, is $999 for 31 products. If this was a luxury company, maybe I would expect that. If it was a luxury organic company, like everything's organic, maybe I could see that somehow. I probably honestly wouldn't know the brand name for a lowly peasant like me. Would never come across my eyes. But for an MLM, I am not impressed. And if someone orders that package, let's do some math on that. 20% of that would be $200. Are you kidding me? All you make is $200 off of that. Guys, when I say these MLMs are playing in your face, I mean it, because you know how next to impossible it is to get people to even buy one product, let alone the insane prices they have in companies like this, especially in the high prices they have in companies just like this one. It's so hard to get people to jump on your bandwagon of thinking it's amazing or just supporting you because they feel bad for you or making a ghost account maybe to get people to buy these freaking products. I can't even imagine finally getting someone to spend, well, no, the 99 plus the 9.99 when they join, and all they're getting is 31 product. That's what I counted in the on the picture. And all you get is like $200. Honestly, playing in your face. That's 20%. This is something that I don't think we had when I was in my MLM, but you can pick your website name, and I wonder if they would actually let it slide if you picked something like funny or sassy. So I typed in pee pee poo poo, and I didn't get like it written in red or a warning or something, or pick some other one. That'd be funny. I didn't make an account. I just wanted to see if I could type it out. When you click shop, everything under there is what you'd expect to see. And then you just see the word man. You don't see the word woman, or is just everything in these MLMs for women because maybe that's the target audience in most of the ones I've ever seen in my life. Interesting. So we don't need to be specific for them because they can use anything they want. But how sad is it that men only get 2 products? Are we including them or not? My sad little straw. You can either, as a man, you can either have a beard oil, beard and shave oil, or you can have a bar of soap for $30. What man isn't just foaming at the mouth at a $30 bar of soap? Personally, I don't know a single one who would be excited about $30 soap. I feel like any man I know would just look at me like, are you okay? Why would you buy me to wash my cheeks? Don't need that. Don't need a $30 soap for that. Even if you are on the crunchier side and your man's on the crunchier side, $30 soap, just make it yourself. At that point, just make it yourself, and then you can make more. But what makes it even worse is that men cannot get away from the 2-in-1s, and in this case, the 3-in-1s for this beard slash shaving oil slash what's the last thing? And it's 1 ounce for $37.99. 1 ounce. 1 ounce. Are you actually out of your mind? On a more positive note, I actually really like a lot of the packaging, specifically this collagen one with the black lettering. I love the way that looks, but I'm not a fan of the turquoise labels. There's something about it, maybe it's the font, that looks so cheap to me, and I think they could do a little bit better, maybe rework that, but I think that could be better. It just looks like labels slapped on bottles, but I love the white one. Another thing I thought was interesting is they do have a schmegs product for adults, for adult time, if you're catching my drift. This is something that I personally would not use, and that's all I'm going to get into there. But I wouldn't use it, and I wouldn't advise anybody else to use it, judging by the ingredients. Their deodorant is said to be non-irritating, but they do have what I'm going to assume are essential oils. These names on here seem like familiar essential oils to me, and essential oils can still be irritating. So saying that they're not when they actually can be is a bold claim to make. So I would maybe take that off as well. Maybe if it was fragrance free, like no synthetic fragrance, of course, and no essential oils, maybe then I would think of maybe giving something like this a shot if I was to abandon all of my personal ethics and buy from an MLM. Oh, actually, funny story. I went to a clothing swap and saw this workout set and I thought I would give it a go. And so I scooped them up and they turned out to be from Zia Active. And that's really unfortunate. I'm gonna keep the sports bra. The pants didn't fit. I'm gonna keep the sports bra just because it fits. It's fine. Maybe I'm an idiot, but it was difficult to put on. The straps and the clasp was, I'm not familiar with technology so great as that. And I don't think it's right just because we are anti-MLM to throw stuff away if it can still be used or if you're comfortable using it. Now, am I going to take a picture in it? No, absolutely not. But I am going to keep it to sweat and get disgusting in. Now that we've done the website walkthrough, I want to go through some of these tagged videos on their Instagram. Let's start with Conspiracy Queen. Oh, she's mixing her poo-poo powders and her tinctures. And we're taking that with some sort of supplement from the company. Geez, you guys, I hope she ate first because sometimes I wonder how can you even take any supplements other than maybe fiber, because I do okay with fiber on an empty stomach, but like any other, literally any other supplement, I'm eating first because I'm a sensitive Sally. And these people just are doing a bunch of stuff back to back to back. I can't, I would never do that. I would never recommend someone do that either. It's giving MLM overconsumption. This one says, when you're tired of your lotion not working, so buy a $49.99 body bar instead of just switching to a different lotion. Oh my God. Who would be buying? I would never do this unless Jesus himself made it. It's a stick, but you still have to rub it in. And honestly, to me, balms like this, you have to rub in even more. So it's more work and more money. It's a no for me. Oh, look, they have some makeup. It's like little sticks. Oh, no color payoff again. Just like what was the other company that I covered? That no color payoff. So sad. And how much is this one? $29.99 for no color payoff. Love the lack of pigment. Like if you're into these ingredients, and I'll put it on the screen, if you're into these, cool, great. I would think maybe it'd be easier to make it yourself at this point, especially money wise. Oh my gosh, just befriend a farmer who makes who grows this shit. Like, go on Etsy, go on fucking Amazon. Who cares at this point? This is ridiculous. Moxie Balm. What is what is that? A brand within a brand? Anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like this video, give it a little likesy poo. If you have commentary to share with the class, leave that down below. And if you super like this video, share it with your besties. And make sure you are subscribed so you get to see all of my videos. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.